Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are back. We are live. This is United Daily, the place for all your Manchester United news every single day. I hope you guys are all doing well this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are at. Obviously, it's afternoon for us, 12 o'clock UK time. We're live every single day at this time. So make sure you're joining us here on AdamMcKola TV by hitting that subscribe button, and you can also join now as well, just like Stu, Nix and Ryan Duffy are the latest joiners or the latest members on AdamMcKola TV. So thank you to those guys for joining us. We've now hit 20. Can we hit 50 by the end of April? Let's see. If you can join, click that join button. If not, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button here on AdamMcKola TV. But today we're here to discuss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's recent comment in regards to the transfer window coming up that he made in his interaction, in his interview with Gary Neville, which was done via Skype. You remember my interview with Federico McKola? Everyone's having to do those kind of interviews at the moment, even Sky Sports. It used to be just fan channels and things like that were occasionally doing these kind of Skype calls and these streams with everybody in them, fan channels and YouTubers and things like that. And now the big boys are having to do it to get by, which is pretty incredible to see. You're seeing the likes of Rio and Rashford popping up, Gary Neville and Jeff Shreves and Solskjaer and Gary Neville and all that. So it's interesting to see how the media are reacting and how they're trying to get content out, because they're all coming much like YouTubers at the minute. But nevertheless, we're here to talk about Manchester United. We're here to talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's comments. We're here to talk about Juan Mata creating a coronavirus aid fund. We're here to talk about the Premier League footballers also coming together to create a fund that will go to the NHS. We're also talking about Eric Bailly's comments on him loving life at Manchester United, and of course Alexis Sanchez. That was yesterday's news, where we were talking about him not taking a pay cut and Manchester United having to do everything to get him out the door, and I still stand by that. We'll be getting into Ollie's comments very, very soon, and we'll be reading some of his comments out as well. So keep it locked for that. We've got such an action-packed show today. I've got an action-packed day as well for you guys today. We've got the Weekly United coming up later this afternoon after the United Daily Live. And if you want some live FIFA action, I'm going head-to-head with FUT_FG. So FUT_FG on Twitch. If you check out my Twitter, I've tweeted his handle. You can watch a live head-to-head best of 3 Manchester derby between me and him. He officially plays for Manchester City, so I don't know what I've got myself into here. You all saw me getting beat by Brighton the other day. I don't know how this one's going to turn out, but I'm going to try and do my best for you now. If Twitch isn't your thing, you haven't got Twitch, you'd rather wait for it to be on my channel, don't fret. It will be coming to AdamMcKola TV soon as well, because I'll be using the highlights and the footage, and I'll be putting it all together and getting a video out for you. So keep it locked for that. Cannonballer's in the house, and he says nice jackets and nice congrats on 69k. Giggity. I hit 69,000 subscribers yesterday, so thank you very much for subscribing if you have subscribed, and make sure you're subscribing more, because we want to hit 75k by the end of May. United should fly to Sweden and train together with Victor. No lockdown, says Callum Courtney Hart. Mr. Mars says, man like Matt. Yes, Mr. Mars, thank you for getting involved. We've got Keegan Gilbert, get rid of Sanchez, whatever it takes. Don't want that rat close to our club. Adam, you better beat him, says Riff. I'm going to do my best. We've got Keegan, we've got Joe, we've got Riff, we've got Cash Fiore, we've got Lalo, all the way from California. We got Ben. And we got Prabhav in the comments, so we got an action-packed full house. Glenn's there as well, another one of the members on AdamMcKola TV. So thank you to Stu, Nix and Ryan Duffy for joining us in the last couple of hours. Anyway, let's get stuck into the comments that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made, and he's been talking about Manchester United's potential impact on the market when it does reopen again now, because of the coronavirus pandemic, because of football being cancelled, because of fixtures being called off, because of TV money not quite coming through at the moment. Football clubs are in a precarious position, more so in Italy and Spain, where the pandemics hit them harder and it hit them earlier. But also it will obviously take considerable impact in England as well. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been speaking about this, and he's been saying football is going to get back to normality and we have to be ready. Of course, we discuss players, we discuss plans, and we evaluate what we need. Us and the coaching staff have discussed games on video calls like this. Who knows how the market is going to react to this? Who knows which clubs need to sell players? There might be a situation that we can exploit at Manchester United. We are the biggest club and we are well off. I'm sure we are capable of doing the business that we want to. Now that is, music to the sound, music to the ears of Manchester United fans to hear that despite this current situation that we're in with the coronavirus, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is still looking at doing the business in the transfer market, and they're actually now looking at say, all right, which clubs are going to be feeling a little bit messed up after this? Which ones can we start picking off for their best players? Because it may be a case now that we can do more business than we initially thought, because maybe a few prices are going to drop here and there. You don't really know. Exploit is such a bad word to use, says Alex G, but it's unfortunate the nature of the beast. And whilst it may be Manchester United exploiting them, and that is the word that he used, he said there might be a situation that we can exploit at Manchester United. Now, whilst that is a bad word to use, it is the cold, hard ruthlessness of business. And also, these clubs will want to sell at certain points because of the fact that they're now in these positions. So it's going to be a deal or deals that work for both entities. But yeah, it looks like the bigger clubs are going to be able to probably pick off a few here. Dara's in the house. Kyle says it's very encouraging words. Ollie could have just said United will see who's available, but don't say exploit, says Alex, continuing on. I'm the only one who doesn't want Sancho or wants to see Greenwood, Martial and Rashford, says Vikas. We need depth, bruv. We need depth and we need a natural winger. I have no doubt that I think Martial, Greenwood and Rashford are the future of Manchester United's front line. But Jadon Sancho can also be a massive part of that. There's no point just going with 3 players. What happens when one gets injured? Do you know what I mean? So we have to be ready for that. Darcy Sweeney says, what do you know about the Welsh centre-back from Swansea we were linked with yesterday? He was linked to Manchester City as well, wasn't he? I didn't really read much up on that, but I'll check it out. Because when I searched for the news, I typed in Manchester United, and I seen this story, and it said Manchester United going after Daniel James' ex-teammate, and Manchester City, and I just thought, why are United even involved in this? But we'll have a butchers a little bit later on. Why didn't I get a notification? What's up, YouTube, says Minnie. I don't know. YouTube's also always messing about like that. I don't get notifications for channels that I'm subscribed to as well, which is pretty frustrating. If clubs are asking players to donate a pay cut for 3 months, then we won't see football before July, says Cress. And I agree with you as well. I can't see football coming anytime soon. I see McKola live. I click. Yes, Stoic. Thank you very much for that. McKola with a quarantine trim, says Nathan. It's got to be done, bro. It's got to be done. If this virus continues into the summer, what happens then? Sign players on a 30% pay cut, says Mank Grower. It may be a case that you agree in deals with well, I don't think the transfer window would open unless the season was ended, right? But again, like, that's another question completely. But I think clubs would probably agree deals and say, let's say we agreed a deal with Sancho and we said we're going to pay you 200 grand a week, and then they, that 30% is obviously taken out after that for the foreseeable couple of months. That could be a possibility, but it's not a guarantee. I really genuinely don't know how that situation would work. Watching from Mumbai, new to the channel, good stuff. Nice one, Sarab. Thank you very much for joining us. And whether you're new or you're a regular at AdamMcKola TV, I appreciate all of the support. Look, this is a small channel for me. I'm used to doing things on Full-Time Devils, and I'm still doing things for Full-Time Devils. I'm used to doing things there where everything's just done for me. I jump in front of camera. We've built this massive platform over 7 years, but my hard work being put into Full-Time Devils solely has meant that this channel suffered because I haven't focused on this. And now in this time where I've got much more time on my hands, I'm not on the road every single day going to London for shoots or Manchester for shoots or to games here, there and everywhere. Now I've got more time on my hands. I'm focusing on this channel. I'm building something. Really, this channel should have already been on 200, 300k subscribers if I had properly gone at it from when I started it, when we started doing Full-Time Devils and stuff. So it's not, but that's not a problem. We're going to start building it now and get consistent now, and once everything gets back to normal, I will already have that consistency. I will already have that flow. We will already have every single Monday the Premier League Gazette. On Tuesday we will have the Rumorator. On Wednesday we'll have Master Debaters. On Thursday we'll have Weekly United. On Friday we will have, what is it on Friday? What is it on Friday? How could I forget what it was on Friday? Straight up MUFC with me and D. On Saturday, we will have streaming Saturdays or FIFA Decides. On Sunday, we will have Stephen Howson and myself on the Pod to Nowhere. So that is the schedule on AdamMcKola TV. And then you add in the United Daily Live videos. And then when the games return, previews, reviews, reaction from the ground and all that good stuff. We are stepping things up here on AdamMcKola TV. That's why it's time to start liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, joining, all that good stuff, because it's about to pop off. And I'm trying to do more videos like the Kiko Makeda one. I've recorded a video which is the United Future 11, which is going to come out soon. Tactics videos, things like that I haven't had time to do. I'm going to start doing them as well. So make sure you're keeping it locked here on AdamMcKola TV. Darcy Sweeney, who I believe was the first ever member on AdamMcKola TV. What an absolute legend. Yes, Keegan Gilbert, I like your confidence, mate. Let's keep it going. Daniel Hazel's going to start becoming a regular here on my first live, but watch all of your vids. Much love, Daniel. I appreciate it. Keep going with FTD. I will do. Dara, I will do. Master Debater, says Minnie. Simon, we got to keep positive at this time. If we don't, we're all going to go insane, bruv. We're all going to go insane. Corona is my sleep schedule upside down. I just woke up, says Aiden. It's weirdly enough improved my sleep schedule. I don't know what it is. I'd go insane if I didn't have something to do. So I think chucking myself into a schedule on this is helping me keep my sanity a little bit. A week without football is like a month, but it's good we still have you. Yes, Vic ass, come on, brother. Let's be doing this. Right, I should have probably changed the headline because it's changed a little bit now since with the news that the players have come together to create a fund for the NHS and related NHS charities. Now, I find it a disgrace that we have to get players and people like that to help fund the NHS. The NHS should be funded anyway by the government that have been ripping the fucking arse out of it for years upon years and trying to privatise it bit by bit. But the fact is that it's happened. It's a good thing. And to see these players come together, when people were calling them out, when you had the likes of Matt Hancock coming out saying, you know, the players should do something. When the players are like 2% of the country's millionaires, what about the 98% of the millionaires that you aren't calling out? Why aren't you calling out them? And I think footballers generally are always made to feel guilty for their success and for the money that they earn, which I find incredible considering they do a lot of charitable work. Now, the players have come together to create a charitable organisation, which is obviously fantastic news for Manchester United. For the NHS, and all these bits of. Hold on, I'm just checking because I've heard there's some news breaking, which I'm just making sure that it hasn't. There's nothing broke yet on Timothy Fosu Mensah, so I'm gonna leave that one there for now. All right. I just seen a comment coming in regards to Timothy Fosu Mensah. So sorry about that. So yeah, so the players shouldn't be forced into this position to do it, but the fact that they have done is fantastic. They've created this fund, and it's going to be going to the NHS and related charities. And I think that's a great move by the players to do, because if they took a 30% wage cut, that only benefits the billionaire owners of the Premier League. Not all the Premier League owners are billionaires, but a lot of them are. And I find that ridiculous. I thought it was great that also the football community, Liverpool fans, as well included, came together to call out Liverpool for furloughing all of their staff. I thought that was pretty good by the footballing community and by the Liverpool fans to then get them to turn around. Why nothing is then being said about Tottenham Hotspur in this situation is incredible. So you've now got Tottenham Hotspur players giving charitable donations to the NHS, which is fantastic. That's what you want to see in this time. But you've also got a board there led by Daniel Levy that are furloughing all of their staff. Tottenham are one of the richest sporting outfits in the world. They're earning ridiculous amounts of money. That shouldn't be a thing that should be happening. And it's also great to see Juan Mata with his common goal, fund organisation, the place where he's brought a lot of players together to raise funds and donate a percentage of their wages to charitable organisations led by a common goal. And that is great by him, and he's obviously extended that and created a fund through it for the coronavirus. So well done to him. I am blocked by Samuel Fuckface, so I'm not seeing any of those tweets, and Manchester Evening News are tweeting it on Fosu Mensah. So we'll keep an eye out for this, but we're hearing reports at the moment. Here we go again. I've seen another one now, so let's have a look at this. Contract decision to trigger the 1-year extension on Timothy Fosu Mensah's contract. So we have triggered the extension on Timothy Fosu Mensah's contract. So is there any hope for Timothy Fosu Mensah? Can I actually try and change this background here without without messing anything up? So here we go. Here we go. Right. Let's see what we can do here. Well, the mic wires. Yes, guys, the sound's back now. Sorry about that. The sound is back. I'm moving things around, trying to do things, and obviously I knocked the sound off, so apologies about that. But we're here, we're back. Timothy Fosu Mensah has signed triggered his extension at Manchester United, which is great news. It's obviously good to see that happen. Timothy Fosu Mensah is a massively talented player, in my opinion, and it'd be a shame to see his career thrown away because of injuries and bad loan moves. The sound is back. The sound is back. Relax yourselves, yeah? Come on. Relax yourselves. The sound is back. So Timothy Fosu Mensah has triggered the extension on his deal, which will keep him at the club until at least 2021, I believe. Let me double check that. What is your reaction to that? Can you give me some thoughts on Timothy Fosu Mensah having his deal extended by Manchester United? Get your comments in the comments section. It looks like United are hoping that, you know, he can still fulfill that massive potential that he has, because he does have massive potential. He's had massive potential throughout his career, and I'd be gutted for him. Look, him and Pereira were my favourites in that team, the team that broke through in the academy that year. Andreas Pereira, Timothy Fosu Mensah, I really did enjoy watching them, and I've had high hopes for them at Manchester United. But it hasn't gone to plan for both of them, because of the fact that loan moves probably haven't gone to plan for them. Injuries for Timothy Fosu Mensah. He was at Crystal Palace where he did all right, and then he was at Fulham where he had a lot of injury issues, and you're just never going to get the break if you're having those injuries. So it's annoying for him, but now he's been given this extension. He's got an opportunity to actually get his head down and give it another shot at Manchester United. He looks like he's going to be given that opportunity, and you can't complain with that. I can't complain with that. Maybe Ollie sends him out on loan again, I don't know, but I'd like to see him kept at Old Trafford. Has been extended by... Sorry guys. Right then, we've done that. Bloody hell, I don't know how I've done this, but maybe we'll change the graphic while we are live on air, and that will be pretty cool, even though it's taken a lot of my time and I should probably never do this again. What's going on, guys? I'm buzzing with that, you know. I'm absolutely buzzing with that, Timothy Fosu Mensah, because I'm a massive fan, and I'd really like to see him do well at Manchester United and settle at Manchester United. And let's hope he does that. What position is he going to be in? It's a weird one for him, isn't it? What position is he in? Where does Timothy Fosu Mensah fit into the club? Because that's
one of the big issues that he's got, isn't it? Because he's been played at so many various different positions that he very rarely has been able to settle down into a way of playing or anything. So yeah, interesting. Right back's going to be difficult for him because of the fact that, you know, at right back we've got
Wan-Bissaka, £50 million signing. He's not going to be going anywhere from that position. So with Wan-Bissaka there, and at centre back, Maguire and all those fellas, where's he going to play now? Damien Brown says right back or defensive midfielder, and that is a possibility. Fosu Mensah contract extended. So I've changed the title as well. I think the defensive midfield position is possibly one where he could break through and, you know, get involved because of the fact that Nemanja Matic isn't getting any younger. He's not going to be playing week in, week out. McTominay, you know, he's not injury prone, but if he gets injured, then we're going to need someone to be coming in midfield. Fred isn't as robust as you would want him to be in that defensive midfield. He'd be more of an 8 for you going forward if you were playing a midfield 3. As much as he can play the 6th position, I do think he's more an 8. And then you look at Fosu Mensah could possibly, I swap the mic around again to the blue snowball.
Is the webcam mic better then? Is that what you lot are saying? That the mic, like this mic now, is better than the other one? Because if that's the case, then I'll keep it on this webcam mic for the foreseeable future. Because I've been using this mic, which is a Blue Yeti, and now I just switched it over to the webcam again. So that may be what you want. Dan says the DMs will be Scott, Fred and Matic. We will get injuries, that's for sure, which is obviously going to happen. And maybe that's the position I think he's got more of a chance. Like I said, Matic isn't starting every single week, and possibly he could come in there. Okay, cool. I'll keep it on this one, guys. I'll keep it on this one. Nice one. Nice one. We have Matic, Fred, Scott, Pogba, Bruno in midfield if you ignore Pereira. Yeah, I'm talking about in that DM position though, innit? That central defensive midfield position is where I'm talking about. And I think he could be getting a chance. That's his best chance, is what I'm saying. Send the Yeti back to the Himalayas. Yeah, that's fun. I've had it for a long time. I've had it for a long time, so... Probably need to set the blue mic to default again and redo the audio after the stream. Nice one, bro. I will check that out. His distribution is nowhere near good enough for DM, says Dan. That's true. He hasn't played there in a long time. He says he hasn't played there for over 5 years, and that's the massive problem for Timothy Fosu Mensah. His position's been chopped and changed so much that you don't see really where he fits in now. But I do think he's a fantastic footballer, and like you guys mentioned, Prabhav's mentioning James Garner coming through. You've got other younger players coming through and snapping at their heels. Timbo's contract being extended could also just be to protect his value, to protect United's financial interest in him, and allow us to be able to get a fee for him if we were to get rid of him. But I would love to see him given an opportunity at United to break through, to take a chance and to become a member of the squad, if not something more. Wrestle India thinks he will go on loan, which again, possibility. It's a possibility, but we'll see what happens with Timothy Fosu Mensah. But we're getting the news through breaking that Fosu Mensah's contract has been extended. The trigger, we've triggered the clause in his contract, which will bring his contract up until 2022, I believe. 2021, sorry. So there we go. And there was a story out there a few days ago from the scumbags at the Sun, which said Timothy Fosu Mensah totally in the dark over his Man United future. Now I'm sure he's a little bit more in the light about it, and I'm sure before this was done he had a discussion with the manager as well. Maybe Delo goes on loan and Timbo stays, says Wrestle India. Yeah, it could also be, or is Delo leaving? We heard Delo was linked with a move to Jose Mourinho's Spurs. Now, I wouldn't get rid of Diogo Delo personally. I'd keep him in the squad, keep him in the team, but he may want to go and get first team football elsewhere. May think it's difficult with Wan-Bissaka there. Who knows? Fosu is such a disappointment. He's better stay fit, man, says Cress. Yeah, injuries is a difficult one, innit? It's really a difficult one for him. He's had some nasty injuries as well. They've never just been little knocks. They've been big, like, I think ligament injuries or knee injuries or something. So, fingers crossed that gets sorted. Prabhav says, any news on Angel Gomez's contract? As of yet, it's just the reports that he was seemingly happy to stay at Manchester United and would be signing a new deal soon. We've also seen him undertaking a few more media activities with Manchester United, doing interviews and things like that. And maybe that's a hint that the deal is done or is close to being done. The thing is, United are probably in a position where they probably don't want to announce anything while everything's up in the air like this. So it might be done, but they might just think it's not the time to be announcing new multi-million-pound contracts being signed. But who knows? They've not followed their staff, so they're well within their rights to spend their money how they see fit, I suppose. It was a cruciate knee ligament, wasn't it? We only need a forward, no place anywhere else, maybe an extra centre-back. Yeah, if especially if Jones, Rojo and Smalling leave, which I think is a big possibility, you could bring in another centre-back. Right wing's a position that you need to get sorted. Jadon Sancho could possibly fill that and solve that for the near future. But Igalo's, I genuinely think we're going to sign Igalo, Sancho, that's it. That's it. The wise words of Straight Up D, innit? I like Delo, but he should be second right back just in case Aaron gets injured. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he should be first choice at the moment, but I think he should be given a chance. Delo is another weird one. His attacking is better than his defending, but he isn't good enough to be right winger, says Daniel Hazel. Yes, Angel definitely seems to be on things a little bit more at the moment. Possibly a little sign. We need another midfielder like Grealish, says Sean. I think people underestimate how difficult it is to play in midfield. The physical attributes are key, but the ability to read the game is essential. And when you're in that midfield area, especially in the Premier League, the speed of the game, phenomenal. If you're not at the races, it's going to be difficult for you to get into the game. So yeah, man, totally hear what you're saying. Eduardo Camavinga to United, perfect signing for Oli, says Darcy. Our City getting relegated, what the hell is that all about? I don't think so. What about Raul Jimenez, the Vicaris? I'm not sure about Raul Jimenez joining Man United, but who knows? Yes, Jesse's back in the house. I'm not thinking about Jimenez or Aubameyang. We will sign Odion Igalo. I genuinely believe that. Delo just needs time, says Keegan. Delo just needs time. Ethan Laird is ahead of Timbo in the pecking order at right back, says No Nihao. Could possibly be as well. Yeah, he's another talented right back and another player that will be featuring in the video that I upload soon, which is the United Future 11. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, you're liking, you're commenting, you're sharing, and as of now you can also join AdamMcKola TV as well. We've got 20 people who have joined in the first 2 weeks, so thank you to all of those guys that have done that. We're going to try and hit 50 joined by the end of April. So if you can join, get joining. If not, get subscribing and liking this damn video. Yes, Timothy, how you doing, man? Midfield is crowded, Grealish not needed. I think Jack Grealish will come in if Paul Pogba leaves, and I don't think that's a massive possibility at this moment in time, although things could change very, very quickly with Paul Pogba. I just don't think Juventus are going to be able to afford him. I don't think Real Madrid are going to be able to afford him. And with that being said, I think he'll end up staying at Manchester United and possibly signing a new deal. Madison's better fit than Grealish, thinks Aiden. Bernard and Mengi can provide cover at centre-backs as Prabhav. Maybe loaning Delo could be nice, says Srinivas. I just think if you loan him out, he'll probably never come back again. Genuine, because if you leave and a position comes up, let's say Wan-Bissaka got injured, touch wood he doesn't, but let's say he did, and you're out on loan, that's your chance there gone. Do you know what I mean? And I think maybe staying at United is, you got a better chance of actually succeeding at United, whereas if at that point you leave, you go out on loan, everybody else is going to be flourishing while you're gone. Everything else is going to be flourishing. Advantages of joining AdamMcKola TV, Vekas. I'll tell you what the advantages are. So you get an exclusive video every single month. You get like emojis and things like that. You get to join and like all these other stuff that you can use in the chat here. You get to join the Discord that we've got going on, where you can get involved in the Q&As beforehand and get your questions asked. You can ask any questions that I'm for any interviews that I'm doing, things like that. If I ever release any merch, you'll get a discount code for that. And generally, you're just supporting the channel. You're supporting me growing what we're doing here. But you will always get a little bit more out of the channel as well. And we have a nice little community going on over there. Yeah, I'm forgetting what month, what day, what everything it is. But yeah, you will get an exclusive video. And this month's exclusive video is out next week, probably next Monday. And it's a behind the scenes video of a video that I shot with Full-Time Devils, and that video was supposed to be on another channel and never got released, but I have got the behind the scenes to it. Now I'm going to upload it for the premium members of AdamMcKola TV, and they can see what should have been released, the behind the scenes of it. And it involved 2 Manchester United players, one of them current, one of them has left, but it's a nice little video and it's a little bit of nostalgia. So that's going to be the first video, but then there will be other bits going up that we'll discuss in the Discord, forum. I don't know what them things are called. I've just got it now because I was advised to make one. Can't promise that, Cress. Madison would be expensive. Another 80 million, says Sean. Appreciate that, Vikash, you're a legend. But not good enough for United. What about Garner and Levitt? Garner and Levitt are the future, man. Levitt's already playing for Wales. Like, what the hell's going on there? James Garner's a baller. We've obviously seen glimpses of them, very few glimpses of them this season, but I think we'll see more of them next season. And like we're saying with Timothy Fosu Mensah, Nemanja Matic is on his way out of the club. So with that being said, you have to start looking towards the future. Yes, McTominay's there. Yes, Fred's there. But we need to look towards replacing Nemanja Matic. And even if he's here or not, I think giving him a new deal's caused us a bit of a problem. But with the way the next transfer window is going to be, you know, it might have been difficult to sign a central defensive midfielder anyway. But I just feel committing ourselves to Matic, I think he's done. I think he's shown some good form recently. But I don't think that's a sign of what's to come for the next 12 months, 18 months. I think that's just glimpses of the old Matic, because he hasn't played as much football, because he's been rested, because he's got a point to prove, you know. Can he keep that up? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Fosu Mensah's contract has been extended. United have triggered a clause in his deal which will keep him at the club until 2021. Juanma has created a fund through Common Goal for the coronavirus, as well as joining a part of all the Premier League footballers who have come together to raise a fund for the NHS. Bailly is loving life under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Alexis will not take a pay cut, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said Manchester United are primed and ready to exploit any possible opportunities in this transfer window. So that's another interesting one as well, and maybe shows United are ready to go in the transfer window. Thank you to everyone that has joined us today. Jesse, Mini, Cannonballer, Cress, Dan Martin, Michael, Srinivas, Atif, everybody that has absolutely joined us. Glenn, I'm trying to read out as many possible names. Vikas, Aidan, Larry Fisherman, Atif, like Ebenezer, Timothy, like all these guys, if I've missed your name out, I apologise, but thank you very much for joining us on today's show. This channel is nothing without you guys, so we need you to keep tuning in. And remember, we'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. UK time every single day, the United Daily Live. Later on today at around 5 o'clock, you can watch me on FUT_FG take on Faraz as we go head to head in the Manchester derby. Best of 3 on FIFA 20. It'll be live there and we'll have highlights on AdamMcKola TV. We've also got the Weekly United coming today as well. That'll be uploaded a little bit later on. But for now, guys, thank you for joining us. You've been absolute legends, whether your name's Aiden, Chris, or whatever else. If I haven't read your name, I apologise. See you later.